Hi everybody, we're back in the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta, and this is a new game mode. This is Dirty Bomb, or Fireteam Dirty Bomb. I think there might be a few different Fireteam game modes as we as we get to the full game. So, wow, this is a really odd game mode. Very strange it is. The footage you're seeing now, it kind of looks a little bit like Warzone, doesn't it? Where you're kind of jumping in, but it's more like Plunder, where you have, I'm gonna say, you've got teams of 4. I think it's 10 teams of 4 or something like that on the. It's quite a big map, and what you've got to do is you've got to run around looting loot boxes, you know, for a la Warzone and Plunder, and in those loot boxes there's armour, just like Warzone, which you can then equip, and funnily enough it has the equip sound from Battlefield 5. Yes, Battlefield 5 for the Firestorm. But you also can get kill streaks, as you expect. But you also get these funny Minecraft squares that come out that are uranium, plutonium, uranium I think. And then once you've got some, you then head to one of the flags, A, B, C, D, whatever, and at one of those flags there will be a bomb. And you deposit your uranium into the bomb, and when the bomb is full, you can then detonate it, and it takes like 30 seconds for you to try and detonate it, and obviously you've got to defend it. Up until that point though, anybody else can come along and deposit uranium in your bomb, and whoever gets it to the top and then detonates it kind of gets the points and the kills for setting off around the map, and then that will spread some radioactivity around the map as well, which damages you and damages other players. And affect things like score streaks. So also while this is going off, you can call in score streaks. There's attack helicopters on the ground as well that you can get into and fly around. I had to go on one of them in an earlier game. There's in this map there's those skidoos, or what they called, the snow buggy things, snow bikes that you can ride around on. Yeah, and when you first play it, you probably think, what the hell's going on? But if you're playing, I guess, with buddies, where you're on chat together and talking about it, it'll be a lot easier. Or at least if you're playing with randoms who seem to be playing together, you know, you're going to the same flags, you're picking people up because you can revive your teammates. And I kind of had some pretty good moments when I think in this gameplay we managed to blow up one dirty bomb, get quite a few kills as well, sort of running around. But I think a lot of it comes down to the armour's quite sparse. When you open these chests, you'll find one piece of armour, so a lot of the time you're struggling. And I'm pretty sure that when you kill players, I don't think I picked up any armour. You pick up their uranium or their Minecraft plutonium. You can pick that up. I don't think they dropped any armour plates, so it's interesting. Now, what's also interesting is that in this game mode, there's doors. Yes, how's that? Yeah, it's like Warzone. So I'm a little bit apprehensive, to be honest, because I'm a bit worried that maybe they're thinking that this is going to be, they're going to use this engine for Warzone. Now, it's nowhere near as polished as the Warzone engine. Let me tell you. There was some horrendous slowdown going on, some horrendous lag that was happening, and you kind of got the feeling that they'd shoehorned this game mode into the Treyarch Call of Duty engine, and it didn't quite fit right. You know, they had to do all this finagling and take all these shortcuts in order to get this big map into their engine, and it doesn't quite work right. Unlike the Warzone engine, which is absolutely amazing, isn't it? When you're playing the Infinity Ward's COD engine, you know, when you're playing Warzone or playing the big ground war maps as well. So it's kind of there's been some odd things going on in this beta, hasn't there? With some of the maps and some of the game modes that Treyarch have chosen to show us, kind of as, and really these betas at this point, when there's, you know, about a month to go, there isn't. They say they're using them to collect data, and okay, they might well be using them to collect data about spawn points and server loads and stuff like that. But really, these betas, they're really an advert for the game, you know, to let people play the game and hopefully like it, so that then they then pre-order it and buy it at launch, which would be the most expensive this game is ever. After that it'll only ever get cheaper after that. But this game mode isn't particularly polished, to be honest, is it? And some of the maps are a little bit well, they're not inspiring. They don't blow you away, do they? I mean, my favourite map so far has definitely been the large Crossroads map, the one set in the snow. I like that one. I actually really like now the Armada map as well, the sea one. Quite like playing Domination, or it's combined arms domination on that map. That's pretty good. Cartel, I quite like that map as well. But I think Moscow is a bit like, bit nondescript, to be honest. I don't really like that one. And Miami as well. It's just a bit like, well, they're nothing special, those maps. Where I think Crossroads is pretty cool. This map's quite nice as well. Alpine as well. And definitely, the Armada map is interesting. These are interesting battlefields. They're not just collections of boxes and lanes. Now, don't get me wrong. Simple maps are great. One of my favourite Call of Duties is, of course, Black Ops 3. Love Black Ops 3. People will curse, but I think Advanced Warfare, the maps in Advanced Warfare were pretty damn good as well. But I think what we had with Modern Warfare were these more complicated maps that took you a lot longer to learn, but ultimately I think were really... it was really rewarding to learn the different lines of sight, so that you could kind of not master them, because you couldn't, because there's too many different angles that people could take, but where you could understand the flanking routes and things like that. So that's the kind of, you kind of get the feeling that this definitely has been a rush game. Now, the fact that they've only had 2 years to develop it, and they've got it to this stage, is very, very commendable. And I've been having some really good fun just playing the ordinary core game modes that were in the beta. Even Team Deathmatch I was having fun with earlier. So the other map I really like is Satellite. I think that's pretty cool. I really enjoyed that one. But they definitely need to tone down the kill streak spam, or the score streak spam, I guess it is now. Because it is a little bit ridiculous, and I'm not a big fan of them having the I'm not sure what the wild card's called, but the one that allows you to have 2 grenades and 2 stuns, 2 lethals, 2 tacticals. Not a big fan of that. But even though I do use it, because why wouldn't you? Anyway, I'll leave you with the Fireteam Dirty Bomb gameplay. I definitely recommend give it a go and play a few games as well. You'll probably be put off with the first or second game. You should be like, what the hell's going on? But when you kind of realise, okay, so it's all about find the uranium or plutonium, Minecraft blocks, and deposit them, defend the bomb, let the bomb off, move on to the next bomb, that sort of thing. And obviously the bombs are all spread around the map as well, so it's not like all the teams are fighting over the same one. The idea is you spread out a bit. Okay, well, that's enough from me, and I'll see you again soon.
Hostile attack helicopter inbound. Deliver that exposed to radiation. Radiation levels are becoming dangerous. Enemy napalm strike incoming. Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO. Heads up. Enemy has primed the dirty bomb. Enemy spy plane inbound. %, done. We're on our way. Use that uranium to prime a dirty bomb. Enemy napalm strike incoming. Zero. Enemy attack helicopter above. Heads up. Incoming supply. There's no winning this. The conflict, exit hot zone.